Okay, quick disclaimer before we begin. Make sure to watch the whole video so you don't miss out any key details. And also, I have translated rules in Japanese as well for my Japanese viewers. At the end, I will timestamp that now. I hope Google Translate was good for me. And without further ado, let's get started. Well, it's been months in the making. Lots of planning, prepping and cooking. And it is finally here. So you've seen all the teasers and all the hints, all the leaks I've been leaking onto Discord. And it is finally time for the announcement of Dinosaur King World Championship 7. So hello everybody, and I am back, and it is time to announce the tournament. Oh, it's that time of the year again. Tournaments are hot trending Dinosaur King stuff right now. So yes, I am joining in. We have got World Championship 7, and there's quite a few tournaments going on at the moment actually. So I know DRC is doing his. I think Crown Over might be done by the time I post this. And well, if you want to check them out, yeah, just check them out. I'm in Crown Over's tournament, but I didn't enter DRC's. I actually forgot to enter because he announced his tournament in October. Wow, that's a bit of a long wait. Right, anyway, enough dilly-dallying about other people's tournaments. That's not what you're here for. You're here to see what I have to offer you this year. Oh boy, there's going to be some changes. A lot of these changes, some of you guys may know of already, but I'm going to go through them one at a time. Right, and I will say, I will also be doing Dinosaur King content in the coming month, you know, just to get everyone hyped up for this tournament. I haven't done Dinosaur King videos for ages, man. It's just not much to do except for tournaments, and well, I only like doing tournaments once a year. Right, we're off track. Please make sure to watch this whole video so you don't miss out any details. I don't want to post this video and then 2 minutes later I see an entry in the comment section. I do not want to see one, and if I do see one, I'm going to delete that comment. Right, anyway, we'll go through the rules. Okay, so it is going to be a 2v2 tournament this year. I have opted for that. I don't think I've actually done one before. I've done tag team and I've done 3v3, but I haven't done a standard 2v2. Now, the biggest change is going to be the group stage format. And it is going to be a Swiss League format. So everyone's going to be in one supermassive group. We're basically going full Champions League. So everyone's going to be in one group, and each combatant, well, at the minute, so take this bit with a pinch of salt because this is subject to change. It all depends on how many entries I get. If I get enough, which I deem as about 55, 60, it will probably be this format. So yeah, each team will have 8 matches in the league phase, and you will face 2 teams from each pot. So yeah, everyone that enters is going to be seeded into each pot. So we have pot 1, which will be previous tournament winners and high-ranked players that enter. So yeah, I'm going to base it off the ranking system that Maastrichtian has meticulously crafted. Pot 2 will have guys that have entered my tournaments before and stuff like that have done well. So to hypothesize, if Black Beauty enters this year, because they won my tournament last year, they'll 100% be in pot 1. But if someone like Blood Moon enters, they'll probably be in pot 2 or maybe even pot 3. It depends on, again, it all depends on how many people enter. But pot 4 will probably be where all the newcomers will be, and pot 3 will be mostly newcomers. Might have the odd 1 or 2 in here that have entered before, like we had last year. I think we had Gazmaniac in pot 3. But yeah, you don't need to worry about the seeding. Only I need to worry about it. And yeah, the matchups will be randomly generated. There are going to be some big matches early on, potentially. Right, the point system. Oh, actually, yeah, I should go through this first. So the top 16 are going to qualify for the last 32 round as seeded teams. So I've already actually done the placement. So you can see the numbers by here. So I have arranged it so that whoever is 1 seed and 2 seed cannot meet until the final. And yeah, the next 32 teams, so 17th to 49th, are going to enter a playoff round to qualify for the last 32. So, and then those guys will be randomly placed against seeded teams. With me so far? And anyone else that's lower will be eliminated. But again, it depends on how many people I get. So this can be subject to change, so take it with a pinch of salt. Point system. So it's going to be 3 points for a win, like normal. I have increased the number of points you get for a draw this year, so it's going to be 2 points for a draw this time. I think a lot of people requested that, so I've added it in. And some people did feel that, you know, I felt some people were hard done by last year because of the amount of draws that there were. There was an absurd amount of draws in World Championship 6. Mental. And you get 0 points for a loss, but you still get a losing bonus point if you lose, but your opponent's HP is in the red. So bonus points are scrapped, except for the losing bonus point. And teams are going to be separated by the number of battle points they acquire, since I do have a suspicion that we are going to have a lot of teams on the same amount of points. And I can't separate them on head-to-head because everyone plays different teams. One of the restrictions I got for this year, only one dinosaur with 2000 strength is going to be allowed per team. So that basically covers armors, some of the supers, secrets. It's mainly for game balance. So we just don't have a full tournament of golds. Like normal, egg cards and cluster cards are banned. And if you want to know how these tournaments work, check out my previous tournaments. It'll give you a really good idea of how this tournament is going to work. Right, and like normal, if an alpha dinosaur is used, that dinosaur's got to have at least one alpha move. And I have listed them here for some of the newbies if I get them. Right, another change. The quarter-final round, the semi-final, and the finale is going to be a two-legged tie. And the winner of those matches will have the most battle points in total. So I think that's going to be a very interesting change. And like normal, you can submit your team by leaving a comment down below this video, keyword this, with the new hashtag WCV72025. Or you can message me on Discord. And like normal, I don't think I need to go through this. No using multiple accounts to enter. I will know. And the deadline to enter is Friday the 7th of July, so that will give you a full month to plan, prep and prepare for this tournament. And I will say this, once you enter a team, unless I need you to change something, there is no going back. That is your team for the tournament. There is no do-overs, no changes, none of that. So do think your team's through. Okay, so next up we're going to go through the limited list. Now I did receive a fair bit of feedback of the original list I had posted, so I have changed it accordingly. So only, well, basically these moves are banned. They'll always be banned. I have limited Deathfire, Dino Illusion and Dino Stuffer to 1 per team. Now when I say 1 per team, I mean you can only have one of these moves in your entire team. So if you use Deathfire, you cannot use Dino Illusion or Dino Stuffer. And if you use Dino Illusion, you can't use Dino Stuffer or Deathfire, and etc. Okay, so I don't think I need to go through move removal effects because nothing's changed this year, but I will do for you guys that are new to this kind of thing. So moves like Shockwave, Banana Surprise, Crit Block, Ocean Panic, moves that basically remove one of your opponent's moves. If that happens, your next move will always be the move that cannot lose. So for example, if your opponent loses paper, your next move will be rock, because you cannot lose. And this rule will not apply if consecutive move removal takes place, so do be aware of that. Super Dinosaurs, again, nothing's changed here, same as last year, but I'll go through it real quick for the newcomers. So the following moves are not allowed to be used on Super Dinos: Crimson Flame, Neptune Stream, Final Thunder, Gaia Mountain, Dino Force and Air Raid Storm. Basically because there's more room for human error if you have those moves, and I'm trying to eliminate the room for human error. If you're using a Super Dinosaur, you must state how many turns you want me to wait before activating the Awaken mode. So that's basically been a rule since the beginning of time. I am going to do a little guide at the end of this video just to show how this tournament's going to work, because I do get a fair few questions about that. So do stick around for that at the end. Right, now I'm going to say this. Terrain advantage is gone this year, so there is no terrain advantage this year. And I have done that because I am going to add some new rules for different battle types. So I'll go through the 2 at the bottom first, since they were here last year. So Blitz types will always start with 2 consecutive crits. However, I have decided to limit this year because it's 2v2. And getting off 2 Blitz crits is absurd. So if you do get 1 crit off, this rule will not apply. If you go for the first crit and you get it, your next move will be randomly generated like normal. So only 1 crit off maximum. Okay, Quick Strike rule will always start with Scissors. This hasn't changed. Unless I'm using a dinosaur that has the following battle types, which I'm going to go through in a moment. For Rock, the first move, you'll always start with Rock. And for Paper, you will always start with Paper. For Scissors, you will always start with Scissors. It's going to be very spicy. It'd be very interesting to see if anyone actually uses these types, because they are kind of underused. Lucky 7 type, this is kind of an unspoken rule, but I'm making it an official rule this year. I will always hit the sign on 7, because that triggers the Lucky 7 effect, which boosts your dinosaur's technique by 300. Right, now for warning types. So this one is probably the most interesting addition here. So the first 3 moves will be the same as the move that appears on the screen, just like in the pic below. So you can see here I'm using the warning type irritator, and you can see that rock is appearing on my screen by here. So I will go for rock, and that will apply for the first 3 moves, and it'll only apply to 1 warning type. So if you use 2 warning types, it'll only apply to the first one. Do bear that in mind. And that is pretty much it. So I'm going to go for the application format real quickly. So as you can see, if you want to apply your username, what you want me to call you, in character card if you want to use a character, your first dinosaur, what battle type that dinosaur is. That is pretty important that you state what battle type your dinosaur is. I do have like a list of all the different dinosaurs and the moves in the description below to help you out. What rock move you want, what paper move you want, what scissors move you want. And then again, same with dinosaur 2. Awaken mode when, if you're using a super dinosaur. You can see in my example over here, we've got my username. We have my character card, we have my dinosaur, what type I want it to be, the move set, and then I got Super Torosaurus with the moveset and when I want it to be awakened. And that is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So as promised, I am going to quickly go through the rules, showcase the rules in Japanese to help my Japanese viewers out. I will see you in a minute. Okay, in my first demonstration, I am going to demonstrate how the move removal works. So as you can see here, in my example, I have Irritator with Shockwave. And it is going up against a Coryphosaurus. A Super Coryphosaurus. So I might as well showcase how the Awaken mode will work as well. So we're going to awaken it on 2. Well, I'll try to anyway. Gotta get a shockwave off first. So let's go get the first hit. Okay, there's the shockwave. Okay, so that's once. Okay, so in this example, Irritator will go for paper because it can't lose, and Coryphosaurus' move will be randomly generated. Well, it can't be scissors. Damn it, come on. Here we go, so it's a 5. Oh yeah, for the moves, 1 and 4 are rock, 2 and 5 are paper, 3 and 6 are scissors. So we'll give Irritator another hit real quick. Okay, so move removal effect would take place here. And the Coryphosaurus is awakened. So again, like so, Irritator will go paper. And it gets the hit. Okay, now, because this is consecutive move removal, the move removal rule will not apply here. So both dinosaurs will have their moves generated randomly like so. So you can see Coryphosaurus did get the hit. Right, I'm going to speed this up now to my next demonstration. Okie dokie, for our next exact demonstration, we are going to demonstrate how Blitz type will work. So this Dilophosaurus here is Blitz type. So it will go for 2 crits, which will be scissors. But if it gets a crit off once, it won't go for it again. So I'm going to demonstrate how that's going to work real quick. So I'm going to go for the crit and get the crit. So we're going to go for the crit. Duskpleetosaurus's move will be randomly generated, and it's a tie. So we're going to go for 1. I'm going to screw that up. So yeah, I actually screwed that up there. The Dilophosaurus was meant to go for the crit. So, right. If a Dilo gets the crit on the first attempt, its next move will be randomly generated like normal. So, you only get 1 crit if you're using the Blitz type of Dinosaur, instead of the 2 like last year. Right, we'll end this fight real quick. Okay, so this is what I'm referring to when I say battle points. So 644 for the winning team, 135 for the losing team. And if the match does end in a tie, I will award both teams the higher point total minus 100. So say this match ended all square, I would give both teams 644 points, but I'd minus 100, so it'd be 544 points. Right, I'm going to quickly showcase how warning type's going to work. Alright, for this demonstration of how warning type's going to work, we are using the Allosaurus. This Allosaurus is warning type. I'm also going to show how Lucky 7's going to work as well while I'm at it. This Albertosaurus is Lucky 7 type. So when I can, I am going to hit the sign on 7. So as you can see here, Scissors has popped up, so Allosaurus will be going Scissors. And I hit the Scissors sign with the Albertoceratops on 7 as well. So that was paper, wasn't it? So that's twice. So it's also a tie. So it's paper again. And as you can see, Allosaurus does get the hit with the warning buff. So that was 3 times there. So now both moves will be randomly generated like so. And well, actually I screwed up there and forgot to hit the button on 7. Oops. Well, that's what I get for talking too much. Right, I'm going to skip ahead real quick to showcase how Quick Strike's going to work. Okie dokie, for this demonstration, we are using Ankylosaurus. It does have Quick Strike. It's a counter type one. So as you can see, it will start with Scissors. So you see the Quick Strike's in effect, and we don't get it off. So unfortunately, he didn't get the Quick Strike off there. You know, it happens. And then moves will be generated like normal. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm sure I've explained how each rule, battle type, move removal is going to work. I hope the demonstrations I have given you guys will help you understand it better. Pew, pew, pew. And yeah, we'll see how it plays out. So if you look at, actually, this will be how a 2-legged tie works. So if you look here, red will get the win because they have more total battle points than blue. But anyway, that's enough of me rambling on. I'm sure you understand how it works. I've showcased how a match is going to play out. So moves randomly generated, unless I just said otherwise. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all your entries. And let's make World Championship 7 the best tournament I've ever done. And until next time, ta-ta.